This is the Dallas Morning News.
It's Tuesday, July 1st. Mostly sunny this morning, turning cloudy in the afternoon with a chance for a thunderstorm later on in the day. The high will be 93. Once the thunderstorm moves through the area, most of the clouds will clear out as well, but humidity will remain. The low overnight will be 76. Here are today's headlines. A sixth person has died days after a major crash in Terrell that officials say was caused by a semi-truck driver who fell asleep at the wheel. Sergeant Kyle Bradford, a spokesman for the Texas Department of Public Safety, announced the additional death on Monday afternoon. The victims have not been publicly identified. According to Bradford, the crash occurred about 2:40 p.m. on Saturday when the semi-truck driver, 27-year-old Alexis Osmani Gonzalez Campagnoni, fell asleep while driving. The 18-wheeler that he was driving collided with a Ford F-150 carrying 5 people, then pushed into 2 other semi-trucks. One of the trucks jackknifed, hitting a Jeep Compass, a Ford Mustang, and a Honda passenger vehicle. All but one of the passengers in the Ford F-150 died on scene. The crash involved a total of 7 vehicles, including the 3 18-wheelers and 4 passenger vehicles. Gonzalez Campagnoni, who remained in custody Monday at a Kaufman County jail, faces 5 counts of manslaughter and 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, with bail set at $1.5 million. In other news, Lisa Brown Ross has been appointed the new president and CEO of the African American Museum of Dallas. On Monday, the museum announced that Ross was selected in a nationwide search to take over the role from Harry Robinson Jr., who held the position for over 50 years. Ross, who will start in her new role on July 21st, said in a statement that she's grateful for the honor to serve as the museum's next president and CEO. She noted her goals are to expand access, increase community engagement, and center the African American experience through art, storytelling, and scholarship. Ross has served as a senior executive in public affairs, nonprofit leadership, and strategic communications. In her most recent role, she was director of marketing and development at Anthem Strong Families, a Dallas nonprofit focused on strengthening families. Next up, it's a question that often comes up when big events like the 2026 FIFA World Cup are headed to Arlington's entertainment district, and one a curious Texas reader resurfaced recently. Why doesn't Arlington have traditional mass transit? Well, here's what we discovered. Arlington leaders thought long and hard about whether to join a transit agency like Dallas Area Rapid Transit. That's according to the city's transportation director. A transportation advisory committee began exploring transportation options in September of 2016. Arlington tested a single bus route, the Metro Arlington Express, operated by DART, for 4 years. The route shuffled about 300 riders per day between downtown Arlington and Dallas by way of the Centerport DFW Airport Station, but service ended in December 2017. City leaders opted into via rideshare in the city around the same time. A demand analysis conducted by a DART consultant as part of the MAX pilot showed Arlington did not have the density that would make traditional fixed-route transit a good fit. And in this era of college athletics, there is no off-season. Something is always changing, from realignment to the transfer portal to NIL. But for athletic directors and departments across the nation, the start of the 2025 summer may have been their least relaxing yet. Last month, Judge Claudia Wilkin approved a $2.8 billion antitrust settlement that will allow universities to directly pay their athletes for the first time. It was a monumental decision that provided guardrails in the world of name, image, and likeness, which has become the free-for-all system for the last 4 years. Those payments from universities to their athletes began Tuesday, and while many colleges across the state and country have spent years preparing for the possibility of this change, they were left with just weeks to read the language of the settlement and enact their new protocols that fundamentally change the way that they have operated. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.